Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2027 BMW X7 xDrive40i. This model is finished off in black sapphire metallic, and with options, MSRP is just over at $98,000. This has all of the M Sport packages, even the premium package and the climate comfort package. So it is very nicely equipped. And we will start off with what this is powered by, which is the B58, the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo. It is paired to the mild hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic, pumping out 375 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and depending on the tires, the summer performance tires increase the top speed to 155 miles an hour. Now up front with the M Sport package, it comes with the matte black kidney grille design. There's also the forward camera, active grille shutters, which will open to provide cooling when needed. Now there's parking sensors along with a sensor for some of the tech features, a lot of cutouts in that lower section, and a split design, headlights and high beams, DRLs, and turn signals. Really smooth lines coming down the hood too, and this model is also equipped with the height adjustable suspension, so you can get some more ground clearance if needed. Now this also has the 22-inch wheels that are finished off in gloss black. You'll notice body-colored fender flares and the lower side skirt, along with the power-holding side mirrors, which have a camera and a turn signal. There's gloss black for the window trim, the roof racks, and there's a full moonroof up top. Now, with this being a 3-row SUV from BMW, very nice proportions. It is stretched very nicely to accommodate that extra seating. Now, there's also the body-colored spoiler with the third brake light and the wiper blade. There's LEDs, backup camera, parking sensors. This can tow up to 7,400 pounds as well, and it also has remote start, so you can use the key fob to activate that. You can also use the key fob, the hands-free option, or the release underneath to gain access to the cargo space. Now the X5 and X7 have the split design. You can set it up where both will open at the same time, or you can have them individual, as you can see, and use that secondary button to open up the tailgate. So you can use that to sit on, you can use it to load and unload items easier, and with the height adjustable suspension, you can lower the entire rear end to make it easier to enter and exit. And this has the self-leveling suspension, so when you're towing, the vehicle is going to stay nice and level, making it a lot safer to drive. Now you'll notice storage underneath. There's also a cargo net, a 12-volt too. You have max people, so all the seats will go up. Max storage, so the third row will fold down, the second row will fold flat. And then you have the individual controls too. So you do have to hold and push these in order for them to activate. And you'll see with the third row down, you have a good bit of space. Now I'll push on the second row for that side, and you'll notice it will start to move and fold flat. So that way you can have a nice flat surface to place in some more items. The one downside I will say is that they are automatic. So manual would be nice just to make it an easier process, but you still have tons of space for this. So if you're not using it for storage all that often, it still is very easy to use. And you can actually let go of the control too and let it go up or down. And then you have the buttons up top to close or to lock the vehicle. Now, if you do lock it, the LCI models do not have the proximity door handle, but you can set this up where you approach the vehicle, everything unlocks. When you walk away, everything locks. So you don't even have to grab the key fob. Now this also has sunshades for the doors along with the ones in the roof. There's interior lighting, storage, Harman Kardon for the audio as well, and all of the leather. Now this also has the bench style second row seating. To gain access to the third row, you can push this button right here where it will start to move the front seat, and then it will move the second row out of the way in order to gain access to the third row. They're also power operating, so you have all those controls for your recline, incline, and moving them in general. Now there's only 2 seats back here, but you have ambient lighting, you have cup holders, there's also the heated seat adjustments and all of your climates. Sunshade for your third row with Alcantara for the headliner. You also have shortcuts here in order to fold the seats and move them out of the way. So that is nice to see. But at 5'10", not really where I want to be, but it is nice to have for smaller kids. I could ride around town and at least make it work if I needed that extra seat. While the seat moves back, you have an area to charge and place tablets. There's also the storage pockets. You get heated seats, climates, storage, and auxiliaries, and I have a lot more headspace. There's also the armrest with storage and cup holders, and you can fold this middle seat down individually. And you'll notice the large cargo windows from here. It definitely gives you a lot of visibility, which is nice. Now this also has memory seating adjustments, You have some rear seat adjustments. You can also adjust the front passenger seat, which is nice. Liftgate release, side mirror adjustments, window controls, and more storage. The M badge is also an illuminating badge on all 4 door sills. And then you have the leather seats with the automatic leg extension. This has the multi-contoured seats, which is a nice upgrade. Now this also has the leather steering wheel, paddle shifters as well, cruise control settings, there's volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands, and then you have quite a lot that you can get into in the gauge cluster here. So you can go through all this content, just depending on what you need to see. There's also the layout too, so you can change that slightly, and there's the head-up display. So you can go through a few of those settings as needed. Now this also has an automatic steering wheel, so you can adjust that. You get storage on the left, headlight adjustments, 1 air vent, some wood trim accents, and with the infotainment system, you have quite a lot to go through. There's also the dial down below, where you can get into Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, drive recorder, there's the driving settings. You have a lot that you can get into and configure. The home screen has a split view, so you can go through all of this. There's the climates, navigation, music, and then this model has heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and then the temperature adjustments. You get air vents, volume tuning, hazards, and defrosters. There's also wireless charging, auxiliaries, and cup holders, along with some storage, which you can hide away. There's more ambient lighting, the shortcuts for this system, so you can go through those as needed, and the height adjustment. So you can go from easy entry to max height. If you are taking this off the pavement, you need a little bit more ground clearance. There's the e-brake with auto hold and a downhill assist, and then 3 different driving modes that you can go through. This is how you put it into reverse, where this has the 360 camera system. This also has backup assistance, which is helpful, and you have a lot of angles here, just depending on what you need to see. And then there's drive, sport mode, and park. Along with traction control and parking sensors, you get a little bit of storage in the armrest with a locking glove box. X7 is an illumination. It will change colors with the driving modes. You get garage door buttons, dome lights, and then controls for the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility. Very easy to see over both shoulders for the length of this SUV. And with it in sport mode 2nd gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration. From my experience with my BMW X5 with the B58, this is a very performance type of vehicle. Without going to the competition models, you can still have some sport performance and sporty driving fun with this SUV. So while this is a practical 3-row family SUV, if you're not looking for the competition model, which gives you the twin turbo V8, you can still have some performance fun with this B58 here. And you do have the other driving modes, just depending on the throttle response that you would like. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X7. Really good amount of visibility. This is a fantastic vehicle to drive. You sit very high up. So if you're looking for an SUV where you have a lot more outlook over traffic, the X7 sits very high up, which is nice. And it's just super comfortable and luxury focused. So if you want something that is going to provide you with a quiet ride, this is an option to go with. Now, let me address 2 things with the LCI from BMW in general. One, the large curved screen. I went from a 2022 X5 to the LCI, and I won't go back. This is very easy to use. I like it. The updates look much newer, much more up to date than the previous separated screens. So I have no complaints with it. I didn't even think twice once we got in it. It was super easy to use. 2, there's no gear shifter for this model, which actually is extremely helpful when you're grabbing water bottles and drinks. You don't have the large, bulky stock in the way. You can quickly grab your items and not have to worry about hitting that, which I did in my previous X5. So I think both of those are fantastic for this newer model. And it just gives it a really clean, up-to-date style. And as we give it one more acceleration, just in the normal driving mode here, it handles well, even with the height adjustable suspension. So it does get a little bit stiffer in sport mode, which is nice to help with some of the body roll if you're taking this around turns. It's not a performance type of vehicle to go around corners, but you can at least stiffen it up just to make it feel a lot more solid. So a great option to go with for this BMW. But that is going to wrap it up for this X7. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at the website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.